Thanks for tuning in. I'm Maggie Campbell, and we're here today at the recently reopened T-Rex in the Railway Exchange building in downtown St. Louis. And joining me today is Kevin Farrell, Senior Director of Economic and Housing Development for the Partnership for Downtown St. Louis, to tell me a little bit about this project that you've been working on.
Well, the idea came from really out of the strategic planning process that the partnership had, and one of our goals in economic development was to do more to foster an entrepreneurial environment and support small business. So while that was something that was beginning to develop, I was also aware of this particular building, the Railway Exchange, downtown. It's a great location, beautiful building, and that Macy's was selling the building, and it's a huge building, and I thought there could be an opportunity to maybe get a little bit of that space and do something good for downtown. Wasn't sure what that was going to be, but it seemed like it might be an opportunity. It's a 1 million square foot building. This was one of the biggest buildings in America when it was built. And Macy's was consolidating retail from their 7 floors to 3, which is a more typical sized department store. And the national headquarters for May, which used to be here, had really been eliminated with the purchase by Macy's. So we knew we had hundreds of thousands of square feet of open space, and we felt like this might be an opportunity to activate the building, but also fulfill some of the mission of the organization. And we definitely knew that IT was one of the strengths of the region. It's a business cluster we already have a lot of strength in, and downtown does. And so it seemed appropriate that one of the areas we would focus on was IT-related businesses.
You have had a lot of work to do to get it ready for our first set of entrepreneurs. What all went into that?
Well, part of it was thinking about which floors were in the best condition with the least amount of work needed in order to move in. So that was certainly a factor. We also wanted to look at something probably in the middle of the building, because the developer, the greatest value for them in the building as they start to redo it would be the top floors. And of course, Macy's was continuing to use the lower floors. So we knew it should be in the middle. And then we just looked at what condition the different floors were in and what would seem to be most adaptable to the use we wanted to have. The room we're in here today was filled with cubicles, and we had to remove all of those. And the other nice thing with the owner was he said that although he wasn't providing capital for improvement to the space, whatever was in the building was ours to use. So we were able to take a lot of the desks and chairs and file cabinets and move them into this space for our use, which was a great benefit.
So what is T-Rex? If you ran into somebody in an elevator and had to tell them in a couple of seconds just what this is, how do you describe it?
First of all, T is for technology, and Rex is the Railway Exchange. What it is a collaborative effort between the Partnership for Downtown St. Louis, the Regional Chamber and Growth Association, RCGA, and St. Louis Development Corporation, who together, the three of us, contributed money that would establish a location that would be supportive of entrepreneurship downtown, and particularly IT entrepreneurship. It's evolving in terms of some of the specifics, but as it exists today, it includes a number of startup companies that are here co-locating, who like the flexibility and the quality of the space, the price of the space, and the fact that they can locate with other like businesses. Our anchor tenant includes Capital Innovators, who is running an accelerator program. An accelerator is an organization where they basically invest in some of these startup companies. They provide not only funding, but mentorship and other resources to them. So Capital Innovators has their businesses here. We have our other co-locating businesses here. All told, we're at 15 businesses today, and we expect to be at 20 in the very near future.
You know, part of why this is a priority in Downtown Next, and part of why we're putting so much time and effort into it, is because there's so many young, creative, talented people that we want to stay in St. Louis. And we want to make downtown a place where they want to stay, where they can grow and prosper. So you're not just going to limit this to technology businesses either. What's your plan? What's the next expansion all about?
Well, after IT, we're looking at a couple of things. One is fashion and design, and we're well along the way in planning a next phase, which would be a fashion incubator, potentially with a design incubator. That would be up on the 13th floor. And we're also looking at prepared foods as another option. That's something that St. Patrick's Center started recently and has had tremendous success with, and we're talking with them about whether they need room to expand.
If there's somebody out there, either in the St. Louis region or beyond, anywhere that watches this program or hears about this project, and they have a startup company, or maybe they're trying to bring a product to market and they're living at home or doing their business in a coffee shop, how do they find out how to get involved?
Well, they can contact us at the Partnership for Downtown St. Louis. There is a T-Rex website, Downtown T-Rex, but the best thing to do is call us at the Partnership. We can find out what it is they need and where they might best fit into this facility.
Very exciting, and I expect we're going to build something gigantic here. Congrats for getting it going.
Great, thanks.
Now we're going to talk to some of the startup companies that are part of T-Rex. I'm here with Anthony Favazza, who has got a startup company here at T-Rex called Dining Circle. So Anthony, tell me a little bit about your company.
Dining Circle is a company that helps restaurants take web-enabled reservations and know their customers better so they can ultimately grow their business.
So tell me a little bit about how your product works.
Sure. We offer a really simple plug-in for restaurants to put on their website and Facebook page, and it allows customers to book, edit, and even cancel reservations anytime, which provides a real convenience for the restaurant. And the restaurant also gets a lot of valuable information, email address, phone number, on all their customers. It's a big labor saver, and also reduces errors so that they have better information. We found that in the St. Louis market, about 20% of reservations are online if a restaurant has a viable way to take them. And increasingly, my generation and even younger than me, they won't call a restaurant. They want to book online and they'll just go somewhere else. So a big part of our focus is talking to some of these, we call them old school restaurants that are a little behind the times, and trying to give them a very low cost and very simple to use option to bring them kind of up to date.
And St. Louis has so many great restaurants.
Absolutely.
That you won't ever lack for customers.
Absolutely, yeah. We're thrilled to be here. We think it's the perfect market to launch our product in.
Where did you get this idea? You came out of the restaurant business, I assume.
Sure, my family's been in the restaurant business for a long time, initially here downtown. The current restaurant, Favazza's, is on the Hill in St. Louis. My dad opened that about 35 years ago. So I grew up in that business. And the initial idea came from my dad, who asked me to look into the competitive situation. There's really a lack of viable options for restaurants, and that was how the idea first came about.
Now, you came out of the restaurant business, but you've identified this need, and so now you're here at T-Rex, one of our startups. You've got neighbors on both sides of you that are startup entrepreneurs. How is this helping you?
The T-Rex has provided a great environment for learning and sharing. We're here as part of the Capital Innovators program. We're one of 5 companies selected, and the environment here, both with Capital Innovators and the other tenants that are here, has really been very positive.
Another company that's involved in T-Rex is called Rollsale, and with me today is Mike Nichols. You're one of our entrepreneurs here at T-Rex, so tell me a little bit about Rollsale.
What we've created is kind of a social network of sorts that allows dealers to connect to each other very quickly, very cheaply, and to communicate with each other in terms of available inventory, as opposed to what you'd find on a regular social network like a Twitter or Facebook. They're actually sharing these vehicles. So whether it's a vehicle that they have on their lot that they want to get rid of, or if it's something that's that a customer has brought to them as a trade-in, but they don't have a retail interest in it, and thus aren't able to put a high value on it on their own, rather than give that customer a lower trade value that reflects all the fees of the auctions or the margin of a wholesaler or middleman. They're able to actually broadcast that vehicle out very quickly using our mobile applications. And other dealers are able to source their inventory by seeing these vehicles as they emerge and become present on the network. And so what we're creating is something that allows wholesale trade to happen much faster, much cheaper, and much simpler than the 66-year-old business model known as the auto auction.
Another one of our startup companies at T-Rex is called Gremlin, and here with me today is Ryan Bell. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This idea that you have, this company, it's all about social media, isn't it? Which is really the whole new way that people communicate.
It is. It's actually an interesting fact that by the end of this year, it's estimated that more time is going to be spent in social media than watching television. And so when businesses notice that, they start shifting their money over from traditional advertising, from TV and radio, etc., newspapers, over to social media. And a lot of companies have found themselves a little overwhelmed with trying to manage an account in sites like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the new one from Google called Google+. And I saw a hole in the market that would enable businesses, or would enable me to help businesses to manage all of those accounts in one location, to engage with their customers, set up marketing campaigns in those sites, as well as the elusive return on investment analysis. Businesses are spending a lot of money trying to market these products in social media and interact with their customers, and management wants to know, what am I getting for my money?
Right.
And we help people analyze that traffic and determine if they're actually making sales and having success with their efforts in those sites.
So how does your product actually work?
We help you interact with your customers in all four major websites that I mentioned: Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. You can actually pull all of those streams into one screen and manage those in several different ways. So you have all of your information right there in front of you. So if you notice a customer in Twitter commenting on one of your products, you can interact really quickly. If somebody in Facebook had a negative reaction with your product, you can quickly console them and ask how you can help them. Prior to coming to T-Rex, Starbucks was our office, and we have a team of developers here that work with us. And every day we would enter into Starbucks and trying to find enough tables to gather together and work. So we had investment, but when trying to pinch pennies, decided that, an office space is something we could live without. So it's nice to have a home base, a place to work, people to interact with, and it's really motivating to see other companies in the space and see their levels of success and their progress, because it keeps us on track and keeps us focused.
I'm here with Kelvin and Tammy Taylor. They are the owners of a startup business here at T-Rex called Moments in Time. What is Moments in Time?
Moments in Time is a cloud-based computer company that has automated the event registry system. So if historically you've gone to a funeral or a wedding and traditionally you sign a guest registry book, well, our software has taken the place of that paper registry book and has substituted it with computers. So you physically go and type your name and address into a kiosk or a laptop, and we then have an automated database for that particular event.
That sounds simple enough. So why is that beneficial? Why would somebody want to go from the traditional way of doing it to this new technology?
Well, the new technology greatly enables a higher level of customer service. It eliminates for the family the need to decipher handwriting so that you get the spelling of the name correct, as well as
Uncle Joe.
That's right. Who may have tied on one too many if it's a wedding, right? Or maybe grieving so much if it's a funeral. But you have the name and the address at that point, and it saves the family a lot of time.
So you guys are a couple, and you had started a business and were working out of your home, but you found this T-Rex enterprise, so now you've got an office here. How are you enjoying it, and what are the benefits of it?
Well, one thing is that it gives us the opportunity to get away from each other. I know that I get on Tammy's nerves quite a bit, so that's one benefit. But just being around other entrepreneurs, getting the support of other people who have taken that leap to do their own thing, sharing ideas, the access potentially to outside capital sources as opposed to financing the business completely out of our own savings. All of those things have been a tremendous blessing to us as we continue in this endeavor.
I'm here now with Allie Carmen, who has started a business called Material Mix and is a tenant at T-Rex. Hi, Allie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, so you have taken a couple things that we're really passionate about in downtown St. Louis, sustainability and the environment and innovation in technology, and kind of moshed it all together. So tell me what your company is all about.
Okay, so I guess an easy way to explain it is to think of it like Amazon for recyclables or reusable material. We operate an online exchange for reusable commodities. So essentially, if a construction site or a manufacturer has excess material that might have a commodity value, we provide them an area where they can advertise it and find a buyer online.
Close to going live.
Right, so we've just finished developing our internal prototype. We're going to kind of identify our process flow with that and then sort of identify any inefficiencies or ways to improve, and then we'll kind of turn it over to a professional development firm to kind of create the final products.
And so what has it been like here to be part of T-Rex?
T-Rex has been a lot of fun. You know, obviously we have a lot of great neighbors here, and what I've really enjoyed is interacting with other technology startups and entrepreneurs, and it's always nice to have that sort of ecosystem around you, and it's very supportive.
These pioneering enterprises that are part of T-Rex really are the future of downtown's economy. I hope that you will stay tuned to our show in the future for more news and exciting updates about what we're doing and growing in downtown. For more information, visit our website at www.downtownstl.org. I'm Maggie Campbell. See you next time.